Okay, Brigid, History, Mystery, and Magic of the Celtic Goddess by Courtney Weber. Um, which is surprise for me. This is surprising, really surprising. No post-its. Um, like in a way, it can be to me in a way it can be like a textbook kind of thing. Um, whether it be for like a mythology class or a religious class or something. Um, not one of those like um full on um textbooks that I've read in the past, but because she does um do first person, she does have a conversation like I um visited a friend, so there is that narrative to it, but it is a little not a boring kind of like textbook kind of thing. So there are few pictures throughout the book. Um, uh, so um, so in total like 10 chapters. Um, so throughout the book, like to me, the setup is um, what I feel like the setup is she'll have like something, whether it's from in this case a 10th century scholar or um, or more later on. Um, well, show some William guy, but it'll have like traditional tale. Um, like these traditional tales would likely be somewhere in her bibliography, but um, yeah. So those like traditional tales were likely somewhere in one of these books she looked into. But yeah, she'll would have like that tale or whatever passage from the person. Um, like a lot of the time she would talk about what that meaning is, and um, on a few of them, like you can really read that. She would have a reflection in italics. Um, so this case would be a prayer or a tale. It would also be in italics, so you obviously would see the difference. But yeah, she does have the information. She does have like her personal story slash journey with the goddess Brigid. She is the goddess. She's a Brigid. Um, she's like a goddess of and um like author is like a priestess of Brigid. So there is that. If you want to call like if you want to say it's a bias, it is that, and like you just tell the story of how this book came to be. So there's that. Um, there's exercises. There's a few exercises. Um, and each chapter will have like a subtitle of different things wrote. Um, there's a few rituals. Um, she does talk about a few connections of different between Brigid and a few different goddesses, and the different aspects of what Brigid is to people, like the warrior, forge, um, the smith, as a fire goddess, as the sun, um, so, and obviously there's a chapter of Imbolc, because that's like the holiday for her. How like different people like devote to her, or how she's worshipped. So I'm trying to make one of her cross, the Brigid cross. There's a few rites and spells in here as well. Brigid and animals. So, and Brigid magic is another chapter within the book. So, got creating sacred space for Brigid, basic Brigid oil that would come into play like in a few of these like at least one of them in one of the spells. Yeah. So again, if you are looking into a book about Brigid, this is something to look into. It does talk about her own personal path to connecting to Brigid. It is helpful to get that information about Brigid. If you want something physical in book form, there are articles online. But yeah, if you want something a little more in depth than online articles or one-page pages on the website, this is something to look into. It's from Wiser Books, so well, if you're not picky about publishers, there's that. Yeah, and how she connects through time and through different communities and people. It is something to look into. And if you're more into the Celtic spirituality, or whatever, or the idea of the Celtic kind of thing, Brigid is a goddess to look into. So, and Brigid by Courtney Weber. Happy readings.